Okay, welcome back. Today's topic is ordering collection. This is the last topic in the collection that we have to study. So there's two interfaces you have to study. One is a comparable interface and one is a comparator interface. Comparable interface we have already seen. We'll take one more example for a little bit clarity and then we will move to the comparator interface. Now this is a comparable interface. Java provides two interfaces to sort the object using data members of the class, that is comparable and comparator. Now a comparable object is capable of comparing itself with another object. The class itself must implement the java.lang.comparable interface to compare its instances. Now we'll take an example of the student. So I have a class student that implements comparable interface. Now the interface is a generic to the student here because we are processing the objects of the student itself. Now we have some of the data members, string name, int roll number, double CGPA, and then with the help of a parameterized constructor, I am passing the value through the parameter that has been obtained whenever we are creating the object to their instance members of the class. Now we have a toString method that is again an overridden method that will return these values name, roll number and CGP. It is again an overridden method here. By default it returns the information about the object, hash code. Last is a compare to. Now this is the logic for the sorting purpose. The comparable interface has one method called as a compare to. On the basis of the compare to means whatever the criteria you want for sorting your data, you have to write that particular technique or your criteria in this compare to method. Now this compare to method accepts an student object S. So what is the idea is, with the current roll number from your calling and whatever the parameter you are passing, if the calling, see the idea is if the calling is greater it will return 1 and if it is less it will return -1, and on this basis it will keep on sorting your data. So here if the current calling roll number using this, like that's why we are like calling one, this dot roll number is greater than the object we have passed as a parameter dot roll number. This is the C. This means we are trying to sort your data on the basis of roll number. So it is a ternary operator. So this dot roll number, if it is greater than parameter object s dot roll number, then you have to, if it is greater then return 1, otherwise return as a -1. Obviously we are not expecting any same, so that's why roll number, if we are expecting there is no similar roll number, that's why it either should be greater or smaller. Now come to the class collection comparable. Here within the main method I am trying to create an array list object L, given it is a generic to the student type. Okay, now I will add 3 objects of the student. That is, now see, whenever you create a student object, the parameterized constructor will need 3 parameters: the string, that is the name, integer r, that is the roll number, and double C, that is the CGPA. So I will pass the name, roll number and the CGPA for 3 different objects. Okay. Now by default if it is a tree set, no sorting is required, but since it is an array list, so we will call with the help of the collections.sort. I will pass this object of the array list to sort the data, and it will print the sorted data directly. Now with the help of the iterator we can still print the same data that we have already seen. So let me execute this code and see what happens. So you can see that now the data has been sorted as per your roll number. First that is 102, then 103, and then 110, and if you again with the help of the iterator we are printing the data one by one. It is just printing the data in the sorted order 102, 103 and 110. You can also notice why we are getting as a name, roll number, this options here like name, roll number and CGP, because if you can see within this toString method they given a definition. Okay, this is the value that you have to return, that is the name, Name is equal to name, roll number is equal to roll number plus CGP is equal to CGP. Okay. Then the next thing is the comparator. Now the comparator interface is used to order the objects of user defined classes. Java.util.comparator interfaces provide two abstract methods. These are the compare and the equal. It provides a multiple sorting sequence, that is we can sort the element on the basis of any data member for roll number, name, age or anything else. So get back to the code itself, it could be more clarity here. Now unlike comparable, the comparator is an external to the element type that we are comparing. It is a separate class. We can create multiple separate classes that implement comparator to compare the different members. Now one thing I want to let you know in this moment, whenever you're using the comparable, the criteria of the sorting is only one. Means in the previous example you are just sorting with the help of roll number. That is your criteria. Now suppose if a user wants to sort your data on the multiple criteria, this means because you have only one option to write as a compare to method, this one definition of the compare to method will be exist. It is not possible in the comparable. At the same time, whenever you're using a comparator, you can sort your same data on the multiple criteria, on the multiple data member. Last time we are using a single data, we are trying to sort your data whenever we are using the comparable, that is only using roll number. We have only one, we can write as a compare to method that we have overridden. In this case, in that method, like body has been given, we have only one option to, one criteria to choose. But whenever using a comparator, we can choose multiple criteria. We'll see with an example. Suppose I have a class employee that has a name, ID, salary. Okay, so the string, with the help of the parameterized constructor of the class, we are passing the data members whenever we are creating the object of this class to the members of the class, this particular class. So whatever the value that will be passed to the constructor at the time of creating the object, that would be passed to their respective members of this class. Now we have again a toString method. It is again an overridden method that will print the data in this particular format. Now this is the idea about the comparator. See, one thing you noted down, whenever I am creating the class employee, I did not require this particular thing, implement comparator employee. Last time you have seen it is required to implement it, comparable. Now I will create a class called as a sort by ID. Now suppose I want to sort our data on the basis of the ID. I can create any class you want, class sort by ID. This particular class will implement the comparator interface. Here it is generic to the employee. Now this whenever you implement this comparator interface, this is a method called as a compare. That method has to be given as a body. It accepts two parameters, employee, two objects of the employee that you want to compare each other. Now the logic will remain same. If whatever the ID, suppose in this particular case, if e1.id is greater than e2.id, it should return as a 1. Otherwise, if the calling, if the first parameter is greater, it will return 1, otherwise a -1. It is a ternary operator. Suppose this is the benefit of the comparator. Suppose you not only want to sort your data by the ID, also you want to sort your data by salary, you can create one more class. Okay, class sort by salary that implements the comparator, and the comparator is again generic to the employee object. Within this compare method, I will pass two objects of the employee, E1 and E2. Here the comparison basis would be the salary. So E1.salary, if greater than E2.salary, it will return as a 1. Otherwise, if E2.salary is greater, it will return as a -1. Since we are considering that the IDs or the salary are not same for two of the employees, that's why we do not have taken the condition of the equality. Now I will create an array list object that is generic to the employee object. With the help of al.add, and we just have to pass the employee object, and the parameters would be the name, your ID, and the salary. Okay. Now system.out.print al. So you're just printing this data, it will work fine. Now how to sort the data? Now whenever you call this collection.sort, no, you do not have to pass only the object of the array list, but you have to pass your criteria, which class, which particular class you want to participate in the sorting of the data. So I want with the ID, so I will pass an object of the sort by ID class. So it will sort the data as per the ID. Suppose you will call this sort method again. This time you want to sort your data with the criteria is the salary. You will call this method class that handles the sorting on the basis of salary. That is the new sort by salary. Let me execute this code and see. Okay. Okay, we are doing the comparator. Sorry. You can see here, the first time it is just printing the data as per you have entered Rohit, Rohit 1 and Rohit 2. That is just a name, just do not worry about that. The IDs are 12, 14 and 16. Okay. Our data by chance, okay, 12, 4, 16, not this, okay. So it is like 12, the ID is 4 here and the salary and this 60. Whenever first time I call, I sorted the data as per the ID. The first time ID is 4, then 12 and then 16. At the same time, next time whenever I try to sort the data as per salary, least salary first 4,000, then 11,000 and then the 12,000. This is all idea about the comparator interface. Now the basic difference, if I want to summarize, the comparable interface implements a method called as a compare to. Now in that compare to, you can choose only one criteria to sort your object. At the same time, the comparator allows you to create your own class, own criteria classes that will implement the comparator interface. And on the basis, suppose you want to create, you can create multiple criteria classes. On the basis of that, you can sort your data on the multiple parameters, on the multiple criteria, and that is the benefit of the. So as per the need, we can choose either the comparable or comparator. Thank you.